It sounded urgent. Johnny, what's going on? Benton?
I'm sorry.
Had you seen him?
Yeah,
How was he?
it was Matthew.
He was using.
I don't know.
There's something